not a lot, because most of the people who run a meeting, they are professional and they know their job very well. But for those who are not well prepared, it can turn to be catastrophic. There are, of course, good meetings and bad meetings. You will agree with me. Bad meetings has a very bad effect on your team member. It lowers the morale, it decreases the productivity, and wastes precious resources. Bad meeting costs also a lot, because if you have a meeting, instead of putting your people to work, you are just conducting meetings which are unproductive. Of course, a business will lose money. A standard manager level meeting can cost the company more than $1,000 hours. And I will quote the one Fortune 100 companies in USA estimate $75 million in annual loss for bad meetings. The US companies as a whole lose an estimate of $37 billion a year from bad meetings. These are an analysis that was made in USA. I'm quoting USA because it is a big country, as everybody is keen to know their how they analyze those statistics. You know, last week, I just called a friend. I had an important matters to discuss with him. I could not get him on the phone. After a few hours, he called me. He gave me a call and say, "Okay, what do you want to tell me?" I was busy. And when he took up the call, it seemed that he was very tired, drained out. He could at least speak to me. I asked him, "What happened, my friend?" He said, "I just came out from a meeting." And if you can imagine, coming out from a meeting and you are in such a state of mind, what effect that will have on you? And this is what, sorry, I think I am not running the, excuse me, I forgot to change the slides. I've already spoken on this one. So this is what bad meetings drone on forever. You never seem to get to the point, and you leave wondering why you were present, even why your presence was there. And I don't want anybody to reach that situation where the meeting length is so long and the agenda is exhaustive, and well, I'm sure most of you have gone through one of this situation. Who have gone in such situation at least once? Just raise your hand. Okay. I will just come to some examples later on. For now, let us continue a little bit on what we are talking about. So effectively, what an effective meeting management, why effective meeting management matters, which means good meetings. It creates a lot of opportunity. It makes a meeting successful. One highly effective leader told me one day that we can work or we can meet. So we have a choice, either to have a meeting or to do our work. Then I just say, okay, I have a thought about that event since so many have said, another meeting. And there are so many and so little is accomplished. There are so many things to do. Sometimes, we are stuck in a lot of work to do in the office or in an organization, and then your boss or your manager just call you for a meeting, and all your job is just stayed like this without any productive increase. So why effective meeting management matters is very important for you to be productive. It keeps the group or the team focused on collaborative team spirit. It gives the energy and the feeling that you are really accomplished, you have really accomplished something. And the attendees are more likely to come up with inspiration for problem solving. Because in a meeting, if it is not conducted well, nothing will come out positively in that. So you must at least once came out from a meeting full of enthusiasm and excited. I will now show you a chart to define or a comparison on bad meeting and good meetings. First of all, bad meetings, you don't have a clear start or end time. Whereas a good meeting, you have a clear meeting agenda. We'll come to that later on. In a bad meeting, you invite too many people and all talk over one another. In a good meeting, for example, you know exactly how many people to invite and who to invite. In a bad meeting, no opportunities to voice thoughts. Compared to a good one, everyone has the chance to provide feedback. Of course, in a bad meeting, there's a total waste of time compared to efficiently run and fulfill the meeting objectives. So at this point, it is very important to distinguish, because we are talking about effective meeting. But it is important to know what is effective and efficient mean, because it is important to make the difference. We can have efficient meeting, which is not effective. So efficient meeting are often neat, clean, with a good agenda, good time management, include a few people as possible, and achieve the stated objectives, but not really give the necessary result we are waiting for. Efficient meetings often have ineffective results. Whereas effective meetings bring a thorough, fully selected group of people together for a specific purpose. The people know what they are talking about, they know their job, they know their field of activity, and their contribution will be very much more important, which provide a forum for open discussion and delivers a tangible result. That is the more important things for a meeting, that is there are tangible results. There's a decision, a plan, a list of great ideas to pursue, a shared understanding of the work ahead, what everybody needs to do. These are tangible results. These are what people are expecting. Effective meetings are often messy, with passionate discussion and debate that foster the best ideas or outcome. So I have said, we can have efficient with clean meeting, a good agenda, time management, but which are not effective. Whereas effectiveness get people to come in a passionate debate. Effective meeting also result in the absolute best plan of action for the organization. Yes, so these are the difference between efficient and effective. So if I told you that only 50% of meetings time is used effectively, would you believe me? Am I right in saying that? Research shows that bad meeting can lead to job dissatisfaction. Employees fatigue and what they call meeting recovery syndrome. I will explain this in a second after that. Time is spent cooling off after a frustrating meeting, which often include destructive emotion with colleagues. Most of you know what is a destructive emotion. But this in itself, we can do another training. I'm sure Dr. Dipal will agree with me. So, in a recent article in the MIT Sloan Management Review Details, which is a American magazine, details something called the meeting recovery syndrome, in which attendees lose work time while they mentally recover from bad meeting. This is what the guy is doing. Normally, when we come up in a meeting, you are very enthusiastic and excited, and you know exactly what is going to be done, what is your job, and how you are going to do it. But it's the contrary which happen when the meeting is a bad meeting. So what is meeting recovery syndrome is like this. You just came out from a meeting and you are not productive. You can't work at all. So you can, if you want to know more a little bit about this meeting recovery syndrome, you can go on the net and Google MIT Sloan Management Review, which is a research-based magazine and a digital platform for business executives, which is published in Massachusetts, USA. So I was talking about this syndrome. This is why you need to have successful meeting, an effective one. An effective meeting serves a purpose. If we don't have a purpose, the meeting will have no use. Why are you having the meeting? Why and what should be the outcome? These are very important for you before scheduling a meeting with either your colleagues or your member organization. It's very important to know and to determine beforehand what is an effective meeting, what do you need as outcome or output when the meeting is over. So an effective meeting serves a useful purpose. This means that in it, you achieve a desired outcome or objective. You have to be clear about what it is. Is the meeting is an analysis? We are meeting just to analyze a certain figures or job performance? Or are we having a meeting to look over the assignments, the projects, who will be doing a project number 1, project number 2, how to designate people in specific assignment? Or are we just having a meeting to make a decision? Sometimes making a decision need a meeting. The meeting can be also to generate ideas. It can be just, we are just having a meeting to exchange information because it is important to exchange information. And sometimes just an email won't do the job. Is it a meeting to persuade your member? Is it a meeting to inspire and let your member have fun? Because sometimes it's important. When you see that the productivity of your company or your organization is diminished, is decreasing, and people are demotivated, it's the best solution is just to have a meeting and recreate that inspiration, inspire them, let them have fun, and know that it's also fun to work in such an environment. And this leads to the relationship building, which is also important for us to have a meeting. So these are the different aspects of why, what is the purpose, why are you having meetings? So this chart will help you to better determine what type of meeting you will be having. As I said, it could be a status update, projects update. You want to align your team to catch up on important things that was laid back. Or it can be decision making, information sharing, strategy discussion, or action approval, information sharing, presentation, all hands training. Or it could be a problem solving, design and innovation, team building, etc. So this is things that you need to know before, prior scheduling a meeting or calling everybody in. Because normally you should respect people's time. People's time is very important. You should have feedback beforehand. When you have a purpose, you know that while you'll be inviting those people, they will already know what are expected from them. And they will come up in the meeting committed and follow what are going to happen in that meeting. I'm also sharing with you this chart. This chart will help you beforehand to just asking some question. Why you need a meeting? Why can't that be done? For example, you send an email. If it is just information sharing, you don't need to have a meeting. You don't need to lose people's time. You just ask these questions. Don't know other way to collaborate. Okay, you think that we don't know other ways to collaborate, just think about having a meeting. Then you can ask also all sort of question. Would an email influence people to what you are doing? If no, then can you find time, a slot in the work in the busy schedule of your team member to come in that meeting? If yes, okay, fine. You schedule a meeting. If no, well, it's not important to have a meeting. Let them do the work beforehand. So this chart, I will not go into that in details. It will be available for you. It will be helpful to ask questions. Sometimes people, they just schedule a meeting just because they want to have eating some donut and have a tea with their colleagues. They just, get a meeting because they don't have nothing to do. But that's not the reason why the other people will come to the meeting, lose their time because you want to just share some minutes to have a coffee or a tea with them. There are people also who just want to prove them important. During my career, I've seen many managers who just schedule a meeting just to speak, to show off that they are capable of doing things, that they can think ahead, they can talk and everything like that, and they schedule a meeting. Whereas their team member have a lot of things to do. They have a performance accountability. Their performance are being managed, and they have the assignment they have not yet completed. So it could be very frustrated for them. So I hope this chart can help you to go ahead. So I was talking about the purpose you should have for the meeting. This means that in it, if you achieve a desired outcome, you will need to prepare a certain point beforehand. Too often people call a meeting to discuss something without really considering what is going to be the outcome. I'll talk about that. But this is very important at that time, is the expectation also. You have the outcome of the meeting, you know the purpose of the meeting, but you should also try to understand the expectation of your team member, of those people you will be in, who will be in that meeting. What will be their contribution? And the important thing is to determine the aim of the meeting. So I will share these slides also with you. This is about team meeting expectation. First of all, be prepared. As we all Scout know, our motto is be prepared. First of all, we should be on time. Have all your material ready. Find a quiet learning place or everything that you want to do. Take your breakfast, your lunch, everything. When you go into that meeting, you are not hungry and it is disturbance for you to follow up or to really perform. Your presentation, of course, beforehand, you will have to keep everything ready, check surroundings and so on. Speaking, as I have noticed in each of our training, the Secretary General give a very good meeting expectation, like mute your mic, don't disturb, put your video on. All the things are a meeting expectation beforehand. Raise your hand and so on. It's very nicely done at the very first beginning of that presentation. Of course, a meeting should not be like this one. You call a meeting and then you say, okay, this meeting is to figure out why we are having this meeting. It happened. It's not a joke, it happened sometime. Not sometime, many times I've witnessed it myself. the majority of the meeting should be discussions that lead to decision. So how do we do that? The next step is you need to plan the meeting. Planning a meeting is very essential. It's crucial to achieving effective meetings. Set out your goals and what you want the meeting to achieve, and keep that goal in mind until it is achieved. So let's look on the slides. So many meetings fail because they are poorly organized. Why? Because you have not prepared an attractive agenda. So at first and foremost is to prepare a very attractive agenda. You will not allow any outside discussion. The meeting will only be about the items on the agenda. Otherwise, you could end up with a social gathering where you're gathering people just to talk with little substance coming out. Be specific about the items you include in that agenda instead of just listing topic which is vague, because this will not keep your team member focused. You can also list things that you excluded from the meeting just to make sure everyone is on board with the purpose of the meeting. Always opt to keep your meetings as short and concise as possible. That way, you ensure that your agenda is kept focused and clear of clutter. So this is effective meeting. Effective planning is crucial to any meeting that you decide to schedule and to set up your goal. Setting the agenda and send it around to all those who are attending. Why? Because this is very important, to tell the staff exactly what the meeting is about beforehand. What are they, what they need to do, what preparation they need to do before coming to that meeting. Because very often we come to a meeting and then not well prepared, and then where we are discussing an important matters about figures, let's say sales figures of the company. The head of sales has not prepared his report, and where question or asked, he's not able to answer properly. And this is not good at all. So always tell your team member, those people who will be attending, what are expected from them, what will be a subject that will be discussed in that meeting, what they need to bring as evidence, as a report, or any contribution that they will have to do. So to prepare, when you prepare an agenda, you will have to consider the following factors. Prioritize what is absolutely what you need to cover in that meeting. So this will be the priorities. What absolutely must be covered in that meeting? The result, what do we need to accomplish in that meeting? This will be the result. And then the participants who need to attend the meeting for it to be successful. Because very often we invite 20 people in a meeting, and those people, they are not needed, because on the subject that we will be discussing, we will need specific people with specific knowledge and expertise. And sometimes people who really are not expert in that domain, they just come in the meeting and talk, and overshadow those experts who will have a say in the outcome of the meeting. So the sequence, in which order you will cover the topics, the timing, you will have to put a start time, how many time is allocated to a such and such a people or such and such item of the agenda. The date and time also is very important. The place the meeting will have to take, where the meeting will have to take place is very important. Quite that nowadays we often have meeting in Zoom, but this will not go on forever. We will have to have meetings face-to-face, one by one, or in a meeting room at a certain point in time in the future. So these are things that you need to take into consideration before preparing the agenda. So to prepare the agenda, perhaps there's something important that a team member has to add. Maybe you have allotted too much time or too little time for a particular items. There may even be some more points that you have not included, or you have already settled or discussed or sorted out. It's not needed in the agenda. So that's why when the agenda is okay, you circulated it to your team member and ask them for their feedback and input on the agenda itself. Do you want something else to be added? Or how we discuss on a certain things, it's not important to put it in the agenda, it will be time consuming. That particular person or team member or your manager or something, someone else can tell you, okay, this we have already discussed, these are the few things that was left behind. I can tell it to you now, no need to put it on the agenda. You just have to announce it yourself during your introduction. That's okay. In that way, you are concisely preparing an agenda which will meet the meeting objectives. You have to be participative right from the start. So this agenda, when you circulated it, will help your team member, will help your members of the organization whom you have invited to that meeting to get fully prepared and to come in a meeting in a passionate way, that is, they will be participative. So in that point, now it is very important to know the 4 W's in efficient meetings invitation. So what? The what mean? What you need to achieve. I've told you here, when you prepare the meeting, the priorities, the purpose, and everything. So who you will invite. So it's very easy for you to remember the what, the who, the when, and the where. The 4 W's, the same thing we have discussed earlier. What is the purpose of the meeting? Who need to be invited? When will the meeting take place? And where? So this is just a short listed thing that will make you remember the 4 W's and easy to capture. People would like to know if they will not waste time when they come to that meeting. Follow the 4 W question to plan an efficient meeting that everybody will love to spend. So when you have prepared the agenda, you need to send it. You need to invite the people to that meeting. Because if you don't prepare a good invitation, sometimes, you just receive an invitation, okay, attend that meeting, important meeting by the manager or the director or something like that. without any detail, without any things that arouse the curiosity of your team member, that make them not reluctant, but enthusiastic to come to that meeting. So it is very important to have a good invitation, which is clearly explained. Use a few words to a sentence to describe the goal of the meeting. People will know beforehand what is the goal. A detailed invitation ensures that your attendees are prepared. You give them all the details, what they should bring, what will be discussed, what are things that we will cover in that meetings. Your invitation agenda is the ideal place to spell out exactly what the purpose of any given meeting is and what you intend to accomplish. You invite, hold your teammate and yourself accountable, because when you come in a meeting and you know that this is we are invited to do such things, we are accountable. Think of meeting invites as mini contract between you and your team. This is a very important aspect. And also, invites additionally give opportunity to and remind also your attendees that they need to do some homework. They need to get prepared and not come and waste time of other people in that meeting. And this help also sorry, I messed a little bit. So getting positive response when you send an invite. By accepting your invitation, a person show their commitment to attend and giving you their undivided attention. If you're creating proper invitation with schedules and agendas, there's no real sense of accountability. Detailed invitation also help highlight your colleagues' internal activities to ensure they are sticking to tasks and fulfilling their day-to-day responsibilities or other commitment. Another benefit of writing a good invitation is that you can determine right then that there's if the meeting is actually necessary, because those people who don't respond, or they will respond, they will tell you, okay, I can't attend this meeting because I'm busy. So if half the attendees do that, then you know that the meeting can't take place. You have to reschedule it. Or if half of the people say that those things that we will be discussing is a little bit too premature, we have not yet reached that stage to discuss those things in the meeting, they will let you know beforehand, and then you can reschedule or change the agenda. So let people know that they will have to respond to your invitation. So this is an example of a good invitation. The timing, you let people know whom to contact if they have certain issues. You are giving the date, you are giving the time the meeting will start, you are giving the location, and you ask them to come early and confirm their presence. So these are a chart that will help you to know exactly what are needed. This will be included in the document that you will be getting. This will help you to know when to send all necessary documents. You know, sometimes when you have meetings, you have reports. that you will be discussing in that meeting, and you have not sent to everybody. So they come in the meeting and they don't know what is the content of the report you are talking about, and they have not done their homework. So it's now that they will take notice of what you are telling them. But you could have done that beforehand. You could have sent the report to them, or the necessary document that will help them to go through and prepare themselves. This will, of course, decrease the time you will spend in explaining. It will increase the participation time of those people who are in the meeting. And of course, invite only essential people. That I told you that beforehand. It is very important at that stage to, if you are discussing an important matters, you need to invite people that are essential in that specific cases, because sometimes people divert attention. They discuss on things that they don't know. So this will help you to plan. So starting and finishing a meeting is time management. It's primordial. It's important for you when starting a meeting. Make sure that the meeting start and end on a specific time. And don't run over. Time is the second key to successful progress meeting. Time is precious for everybody, of course. So wasting it can be damaging for your team member or the people who have important things to accomplish during their day. And people can be more frustrating. Ask your attendees, your invitees to come on time. Make sure that everyone know or hear and know that we will be starting on time and finishing on time. So good leaders is the one who stick to his agenda. So during the meeting, it is important that you know how to conduct also the meeting. When you stick into the agenda, you know what to cover in the specified time frame. Try to get involved. Try to involve the participant so that they not get bored. You know, sometimes people are bored. They see the meeting boring because they are not participating. The president, the chairperson is just talking and they are not understanding anything and they are not allowed to give their opinion. So this is very important for a person chairing a meeting. A meeting is an event at which the minutes are kept and the hours are lost. This has been said by Peter Baron Stark, a successful leader in the business field. So use time wisely. Time is precious. No one wants to waste their time in meetings. A good leader wisely streamline the meeting as much as possible. If certain people are dominating the conversation, make sure that you stop them, you give time, you allow opportunity for the people to express their views. Don't allow any outside discussion. The meeting will only be about the item or the agenda. You know, especially in Scout meeting, this happens very often. We have a leaders meeting, and sometimes some leaders are just jumping from one subject to another, and it came that they are just narrating their experience, which happened with a group of parents, a group of scouts, and so on, and that become a story in itself in that meeting, and it overshadowed the whole meeting, and the meeting lost. I witnessed it myself in my group meeting. The meeting lost for hours. And then we come back again, we say, we have not yet finished our agenda, let's postpone the meeting. So it is useless. The meeting is not productive. time management is a very good things to do. Once in a meeting, you should ensure that everyone get maximum satisfaction. There are several things that should be kept in mind. So at the end of each agenda, quickly summarize. That is, everybody will understand what has been said, what was said, and ask people to confirm that that's a fair summary. Then make notes regarding follow-up. Notes is very important. Of course, you will have the minutes of meetings, which somebody have to prepare. The secretary normally do that. Watch body language. It is important to watch the body language of your members attending the meeting and adjust accordingly, because sometimes people are bored. You just have to take necessary action. When you see a specific member is not attentive to what you are saying, you can ask that specific member the specific question about his job or specific things, just to arouse the attention in him. List all tasks that are generated at that meeting. Make a note of who is assigned to do what and by when. At the closure of the meeting, quickly summarize the next step and inform everyone that you will be sending out a meeting summary to them. If you do a meeting very well prepared, attention of people will be grasped. This is an example of how you grasp attention. This is not a meeting. It is a motivational speech that I gave for. You will see these are the team football team player at national level of Mauritius. So they asked me one day at that specific day to give a motivational speech to arouse in them the passion of keeping themselves positive and achieve result. And in that meeting, that the satisfaction I got that from the beginning till the end, around 2 hours, all the participants were very attentive. So always hope to keep your meeting short, as I say, concise as possible, short and concise. That way you ensure that your agenda is kept focused. So of course, when you are in that meeting, you will have to have your agenda before you on your table beforehand and ready to tick one by one. Okay, we have achieved this. What is the thing that we have done? You also have to take your own notes on the agenda. So you tick as soon as you accomplish one at a time. So the agenda is a guide for you to conduct the meeting. When you notice that time is running out for a particular item, consider hurrying up the discussion or terminate the discussion, pushing to a decision quickly, deferring discussion until another time. That can be done. If we can't reach a decision, you see that the discussion will be lengthy. Just stop it and schedule it for another specific meeting. Like you can tell the people, okay, we'll have a subcommittee to discuss on that, and that will be specific for a certain group of people. Okay, I've talked about already circulating reports that will be people will read beforehand so that they don't lose time in the meeting. Let's now go into the other slides, which talk about keep meeting etiquettes. That's very important, because in meetings, if you don't beforehand tell people the ground rules or what we call etiquettes in meeting, that govern the behavior of your people attending the meeting. In that way, people will just talk over another speaker. They will just stand and say, okay, I have something to do. And there will be cross-talking. So behaviors are very important. That is called the meeting etiquettes. It covers the behavior like the timekeeping, of course, the use of laptop, cell phone, and so on. You can see in a meeting, some phone is ringing and a person just took the call and talk in a meeting. That happened very often. So it is disrespectful toward the other members attending the meeting. Of course, when you say etiquettes, doesn't mean that you need the yes man or yes woman in a meeting. People should discuss, but they should follow the rules. So why meeting etiquettes? Of course, I just told you, the rules. Of course, it varies according to the organization culture. It can be a company, you have the rules of the office. It can be an organization. You have different rules. You have different management styles. So etiquettes depend on your organization culture. After the meeting, it's very important to meeting etiquettes, I've said, it's very important to have a debrief. Take time to debrief. Take time to give people an idea about what was discussed. Ask them about their opinion, their closing opinion on that subject, and evaluate the meeting effectiveness. If the meeting have met the objectives that was set, on how well the objectives was met, or have we met the purpose of the meeting, you just make a brief recap, and then quickly you will see that the meeting was effectively, yeah, we have met the purpose of the meeting, we have met the objectives, and people are satisfied or not. This will keep the people, when they go out, they will know exactly what they need to do, what has been discussed. Of course, you will send them the notes afterward. This is a different things. So the debriefing, you may even want to get a participant feedback as well, depending at the time frame. If you have time, okay, you just ask them their feedback about what has been discussed, what decision has been taken. Finally, prepare a meeting summary to be forwarded to all participants. A meeting summary is like the notes of meeting that you will send all participants so that they know what action they will have to take on their part, what has been assigned to them, and what are their responsibilities. So this will help their participation and how to move forward. Make sure someone is assigned to take notes during the meetings. That's very important. This is the minutes of meetings. Sometimes we have a meeting and we forgot to assign a specific person. If we don't have a secretary in that meeting, a specific person to take necessary notes. And then make a list of actions that will show individuals and their agreed task to be performed. This is called the action sheet, which is different from a minutes of meetings. A minutes of meetings just give a brief about what was discussed and what decision was taken, and so on and so on and so forth. But an action sheet give that person specific details about their responsibility what they need to do after the meeting. So, debriefing, as I said, is very important. Who will do what? Where they will have to do it? When, what is the time frame they have been allotted to do it, and how they will have to do it, and why? So these are things that you will need to take into consideration when debrief. You remind them, who? Mr. X, you have agreed, we have decided that you will be do that. That is the what. Where you will get the necessary resources. We have discussed in the meeting. When, what will be the time frame, how you will do it, and why you need to do it. This is the importance of debriefing. This is a sample of action item list by category. So the category is the agenda, the item on the agenda. For example, this is an example. In the international level, there's a description. John to follow up with Tom. Tom S. offered to investigate through Asian embassies and identify cause of contract in the joint development agreement. So these are an example. So the owner of this action is Mr. John. The date assigned to him, he had to complete it by a certain specific date and the due date. Okay, the date assigned, the due date, and the closing date. So whenever the job is done, the closing date is put here. And this will be an important aspect to follow up. Not only to follow up, but when we will have the next meeting, things that has not been done or is still pending, you can recapitulate from that action list. So this is very important for you, and important tools that can make your after meeting very productive and constructive. So we have come nearly to the end. I will just go through the key points that we have discussed. The key points is that don't meet, avoid meeting if the same information could be covered in a memo, an email, or a brief report that you will send to everybody. Set objectives of the meeting. Before planning the agenda, determine the objective of the meeting. The more concrete your objectives, the more focused your agenda will be. Provide an agenda beforehand. Your agenda needs to include a one-sentence description of the meeting, objectives, a list of the topics to be covered, and a list stating who will address each topic for how long. Follow the agenda closely during the meeting. Assign meeting preparation. Give all participation something to prepare for the meeting. And that meeting will make a new significance to each group. Assign action items, which I just show you. Don't finish any discussion in a meeting without deciding how to act on it. That is crucial for your follow-up. Examine your meeting process. Don't leave meetings without assessing what took place and what took place during the meeting, and making a plan to improve the next meeting. Okay, so this chart also will help you to do what have happened in the meeting, what need to be changed, what is in process, and what has to be done. Of course, we have also come across discuss about bad meetings. The meeting has a clear purpose. No. If yes, yeah, you schedule the meeting. If no, you cancel it. Do the intended result is clear. of the meeting? No. Cancel the meeting? Yes. Okay, you can go ahead. So this chart also will help you. It will be included in the document you will be getting. So this is a saying by Abraham Lincoln: give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I will spend the first 4 hours sharpening the axe. It's quite clear. Everybody will understand. If you give me something to do in 6 hours, the first 4 hours I will spend in sharpening my axe. That is, preparation is essential. And when you are well prepared, meeting goes on smoothly and everybody is satisfied. None of us, including me, ever do great things, but we can all do small things with great love, and together we can do something wonderful. This is a saying from Mother Teresa. Thank you very much for your participation. I've been quite long. I don't know if there will be any question, or if you have not understood something very clearly or on a specific slide, I am here ready to explain it again to you. And I will be open now for question. We'll have discussion. I'm sure that most of you are professionals. They have gone through meetings, and if ever have missed something and you want to add on, you feel free to do that. You are most welcome, because we are in a platform where we are sharing experience and we gain by learning also. So thank you very much for your attention. I'm open to you now.
Thank you very much for your presentations and your lecture. So may I ask for your presentations in the PDF file or PowerPoint file, and we can share the link to our members?
Sure. I've already before sent it. I will send it now again to, where do you want me to send it? On WhatsApp?
If you already have the link, or you can upload to Google Drive, and you can share the link from the Google Drive.
Okay.
Thank you.
If you can ask Dr. Vinut to I've already sent it a copy of the PDF.
Okay.
Yeah, the final PDF.
Okay, thank you.
If you have a problem, of course, I will be happy to send you again. Even the PowerPoint also, if you want.
Okay, thank you a lot. So I have a question. I have heard that some people say the more people give their opinions in the meeting, the more conflicts happen. So what do you think in this situation?
Yeah, of course. That's why at the very start of the meeting, when we were talking about inviting people, inviting the appropriate people, I have myself witnessed a situation like that. There were, in my case, we were very busy finalizing, because I was in charge of the production of the phone book. We have booked a printer, and the printing was scheduled to be done in China. I had to travel to China in 2 weeks' time with all the files to get the job done there. And there was a problem. The problem was that the sales team has not finalized their sales. So we sell adverts in phone book and yellow pages. And those adverts, of course, if not sold, we won't be able to insert it, design it, and insert it in the phone book. And it was very important to have everything finalized beforehand, before we complete the production purpose. So I go and tell my manager, okay, there's a problem now. You have to stop the sales, because we have to complete our production. because in 2 weeks' time, we'll either have to postpone the printing time or keep it and then try to see what's happening. The manager say, okay, let's convene a meeting. And he called everybody in that meeting, all the staff, in all the change of the production, the proofreader, the sales, and everything. So in that meeting, what happened? Everybody just giving their opinion. Everybody giving their opinion, and nothing effectively happened, because the specific question was, how are we going to keep on our schedule for printing? How are we going to keep our production time on date? So the first thing is, beforehand, you can avoid inviting a lot of people. Keep only people that are very well expertise in that specific. For example, here in that example, we are talking about sales people and the production people. So only these people need to be in that meeting. So if you have not been able to do that, when there is, of course, discussion in that meeting, you have to stop them. You stop if that person is going aside or different of what is in the agenda. You have to stop them, because tell them that they are not according to the agenda. This is a way to do that.
Yeah, thank you. Because I have a lot of meetings, and I have so many problems like this, because I'm being like a moderator in the meeting, or the meeting host. So I'm the MC. So if many people talk, many people give their opinions, and it's the more opinion that they give out, it means they start to make a conflict. So as the moderator, sometimes I cannot help this situation, because it's a big, it's a big issue in that situation. So okay, thank you a lot for your answer. This is really useful for me. Okay, so
I can add something. You can also beforehand just tell them about the etiquettes of the meetings. The meeting will be done in that a specific manner, and those will be the rules. For example, if you have to talk, you just raise your hand one by one, and so on and so forth. So this will help you also to conduct the meeting nicely.
Yes, that's I try to do in our meeting. Okay, let our ISVG family, this is your turn to ask the questions. If you like to ask the questions, please raise your hand, and I will call your name, and you can turn on your microphone and ask the questions. Okay.
Yeah.
No questions? Wow. Okay, Jude, I see you raise your hand. The microphone is yours.
Yeah, thank you very much, Sister Breeze. I think the first one is not going to be a question, actually. It's going to be in addition to what our brother presenter, Brother Jawant, has just presented, which is a very good presentation, by the way. Thank you very much, brother. I think it really makes sense for a lot of our members to understand what it is when we talk about having a meeting, and that is not all questions that are relevant or irrelevant to a meeting or agenda that needs to be discussed. However, just to add to what you said, a meeting may not necessarily be to achieve a decision or to make a decision at the end of the meeting. No. Sometimes a meeting might be for everyone to agree on the same goal. It might be for everyone to be on board on the plans or the future events of the organization. Also, it might also be to get other people's perspective or views about things. But you know, yes, at the end of the day, you want to achieve your set of goals, which could lead to the decision that our brother has mentioned. Having said that, my question is specifically, if you have, well, I know you've given a slight answer to Sister Breeze around the questions she asked, which I think, yeah, definitely spot on. You need to stop them if they're going out of the main agenda or out of the main plan. But we're in a situation whereby the questions they've raised is making sense. Do you think you still want to tell them it's not relevant, or would you probably postpone the meeting and say, oh, you know what, we'll take that up in the next meeting?
Yes, that's a very good question. I said it earlier. If a discussion is running out, you see that the discussion is running out very long, and it's an important question and need to put more attention in it. You just have to schedule a subcommittee, and just you selected members. You put that person in that meeting, and you also some selected members who will form part in that subcommittee, and they will discuss things about that specific subject, and then we'll come back to your main meeting. That's important because it's not necessary to stop everybody. Somebody might have an important issue that he's raising, but that issue, if your time allocated for that meeting doesn't allow you to take it on board, or it will raise conflict comparatively to other members. So just stop it and say that you will have to schedule another meeting for that, a subcommittee, and you will close that chapter in that meeting, and then give chance for the guy who raised the question to speak himself out there.
Good. Thank you very much. Thank you. That's fine.
All right. Thank you very much. This is useful addition. So the next one, Codir. Okay, the microphone is yours. Codir.
Yes, good morning. Greetings, everyone from Belize, Central America. My name is Claudia Grouch, and I'm hoping to be a presenter pretty soon. My input is about derailing. It's a very important topic when you're having a meeting. For example, the sister explained what to do. My suggestion is, as well as the presenter, Mr. Jawud, is, of course, you have an agenda, and you should be able to say, let's stick to the agenda. I acknowledge, we need to acknowledge people, we acknowledge your input. It sounds like you have a lot of important things on your mind, but if you allow me, can you please wait till after the meeting, just so that people feel included and not shut down. Of course, you have people who want to overtake, like derail the meeting. They come there with the different points that you brought out, presenter. So yes, these are some of my opinions or suggestions. So acknowledging people for me is very important. We can do shutdown very gentle, very professionally. Okay, that's my opinion.
Thank you very much. It's very important to acknowledge people. That's why you must make your people feel that they are in a team, that their presence is important and their opinion are valuable and acceptable and welcomed. Thank you very much for that.
That's great. Okay, the next one, Jean-Louis, the microphone is yours.
Yeah, hi. Merci beaucoup, leader Tano.
Merci, merci.
Je m'appelle Jean-Louis. I'm from Lebanon.
Yeah.
I live in England. Now, we have a saying in Lebanon, and we say this. Every captain, he lead the ship in his way. every captain, he lead the ship in his way. Now, usually when I do the meeting, I send my points we want to talk to my leadership in 2 weeks ahead. And I will say to them, if you have any point you want to raise it, please, can you send me to put it on the agenda to talk about it? If nobody he want to talk, in the end, if nobody has any point, so what happening means I will not let them to share what you have until I will have any other business. When they have any other business, I will see what they want to talk. If the point is big and is very, it would take long time. So what happening here, I will say to them, it is important we take it to another meeting. From my side, I take your points, what you're saying. It is very brilliant and very good. And yeah, is there points we need to consider about it, what you're saying, and that is wonderful, it's very good. Now, the question is we need to have a little bit balance. From your opinion, would you like take the meeting all the time you, or you will give it to somebody else? Usually from myself, sometimes I take the meeting, sometimes I pass my meeting to another person to let them grow in the leadership. What do you think about that?
Yeah, this is a very good idea. You know, we have done it in my office when we were doing meetings. You know what our director was doing? He asked when we are having management meeting. He usually at a certain point in time asks one of the managers to head the meeting, because this will give them opportunities to manage, specifically when there is conflict in a management meeting. So when somebody who is very much talkative and want to get the upper hand in all discussion, so it's best to give him the once, okay, today you manage the meeting, you chair the meeting, and he will get to know what the difficulties in that when a person is very much talkative. This is the best way to make somebody learn of his mistake himself. And you're right also when you were talking about ask people to send their feedback. That's what I say. When you prepare the agenda, you send them the agenda. You tell them beforehand to come and share what is missing, what you need to put in, and what will be your contribution. If anything that we can discuss between us without bringing it into the meeting, which will waste time, tell me, we can discuss it now. That's a good things to do, which is very crucial also. Thank you very much for your sharing.
For the next one, Mr. Geese. Okay, microphone is yours.
Hi. Thanks very much for the session. It's very informative. I'm a teacher in South Africa at a high school. I have noticed that in most cases when we attend meetings, you will find that there are situations whereby most people want to talk, but then there will be a situation where only one or two people are talking, maybe participating fully. My question is it a good sign if only one or two is participating fully, or do you care? And the other question is, do you carry on and take that meeting as just a normal meeting, and you take decision based on the response of those one or two people that are fully participating? Or maybe you reschedule the meeting and try to address why others were not participating. If you have like maybe a meeting of 20, let's say 15 people, but only 1 or 2, the rest are just there, they just agree with whatever points that are being raised. Is it a good sign? What do you do in that case? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much for your question. Of course, it is not a good sign, but this is related to how good your leadership skills is. I can come back with another training on leadership skills later on. But when you are chairing a meeting, you must know and use your leadership skills to make people participate and arouse their interest in the discussion. For example, you can ask questions other people who are not participating. If that particular decision you are taking will have an impact on them, you just tell them what the impact will be. So what is your decision now? So this will arouse that interest in them. If you don't tell people that any decision that we'll be taking now will affect them, or how it will affect them, of course, they will just remain silent. And afterward, outside the meeting, they will say that, oh, this is not good, and so on and so forth. But it is important, as you say, it's not good. A good leader, a good chairman will not leave a meeting when only 1 or 2 persons spoke. He will ask questions. This is the ability to ask a specific question that will make participate effectively in meetings. But this, we can take it another time in another leadership skills that will talk about that.
Thank you very much, I'm answered.
Thank you, Hicks.
All right, wow, that's a good feedback and good addition, good input, and good discussions as well. So I don't see anybody raise their hands, so no more questions right now. So I will let our General Secretary, Dr. Vinut Pulpet, to give us an opinion and close the online cast today. Okay, Dr. Vinut, the microphone is yours.
Sorry, Dr. Dipan, you first.
Thank you, Dr. Vinut.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Vinut.
Oh.
It's okay.
First of all, how wonderful we spent today's webinar. It took exactly 1 hour, 8 minutes, our webinar. Actually, our schedule is 1 hour plus minus 5-10 minutes. And it went the whole sessions 1 hour, 8 minutes. We started as per Eastern Standard Time, 9:10. Our guest, our speaker, our instructor, former Chief Scout of Mauritius, Mr. Tanu. How wonderful he explained. I don't need to tell you. Everybody have question answer, listening very nicely. And the time management, 1 hour, 8 minutes. Similarly, the question answer, it took 31 minutes. Very nice questions. Thank you to everybody. And I'm not going to talk more, but I would like to request our Chief Commissioner from Europe, who already asked nice questions and given thanks. Now, I would like to request another Chief Commissioner from South Africa, our brother Rafael, to say a few words. Then after that, I like to request another Chief Commissioner from Asia Pacific, brother Sudan. I have seen these people participating. And after that, Chief Commissioner from North America is He already told me because of his family problem, some work. Now, from North America, I would like to request Dr. Tilak Bahadur Shrestha to say few words. I would like to repeat once again, Chief Commissioner from Europe, Jude, already asked the questions and he explained what I feel today's webinar. Second, South America, Chief Commissioner, Brother Rafael. Third, Chief Commissioner from Asia Pacific, Sudan Murasaini. And from North America, Chief Commissioner Raul, he is some work, he is not here, but representing North America, Dr. Tilak Bahadur is here. I would like to request these Chief Commissioner, first Rafael, second Sudan, third Dr. Tilak. It goes to our brother Chief Commissioner from South America, Mr. Rafael. Microphone is yes, brother Rafael.
Yeah, sorry, because I had a little problem with my laptop. Can you repeat the question, please?
Just to say a few words regarding today's webinar, as you are the Chief Commissioner representing from South America.
Yeah.
As I told our Chief Commissioner from Europe, already he asked the questions and explained what he felt.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
After that, Asia Pacific, after that, North America, Dr. Tilak Bahadur.
No, I really feel really good because I think these kind of courses are very good for us because we can learn many things every month, every time we have a course. And this course about meetings, it was very nice. Thank you to Yarwan Tanu. I can read the name very, yeah, okay. Your presentation was very nice.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rafael. This is the Rafael, our Chief Commissioner for South America. Now I like to request Chief Commissioner for Asia Pacific, Sudan. Mr. Sudan Murasaini, I saw he participated. He is not online now.
He's not online, yeah.
Okay, then I like to request Dr. Tilak, representing from North America, because Chief Commissioner Raul is not here. The microphone goes to Dr. Tilak from North America. Just to say a few words, today's webinar.
Hello, everybody. Namaste. This is Tilak Shrestha. Right now, I'm visiting Kathmandu, Nepal. So I'm from both America as well as from Nepal. I really like to thank Dr. Tanu. He was great, very, very effective ones. I have been to lots of meetings, and some of them went well, some of them were so-so, and all kinds of stuff happened. But I could not put them in a proper perspective as Tanu sir did it. So now I can understand the different parameters where I may have to check on back. So next time when we have some kind of meetings, then I know which issues I have to put my fingers on to make it more effective. So even though I have, some experience about normal meetings we have to go through, but I could not put them in a proper perspective as Tanu sir put it. So I really appreciate that. I hope that will make me more wiser than before, And again, thanks a lot. And namaste. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Tilak. And now I like to request our General Secretary, Dr. Vinut, to say something, few words. Then after that, she will hand over to Assistant General Secretary, Sister Breeze. Then after that, our Zoom will be closed. Now it's already 1 hour, 45 minutes. Now we have 15 minutes more. It goes the microphone to Dr. Vinut.
Thank you, Brother Dikpan and brother and sister here. Thank you very much for so nice speaking from Brother Jehan. Oh, sorry.
Jarmon. No problem.
Sorry. I think today we have much more knowledge. Even me, as I am the school director for many years, when I learned from Brother Jehan, I know that I need to improve much more about the meeting in my organization. At least today, I think all of you will have three main ideas from this online course. I think number one is we will know what are the key elements of effective meetings. I think all of you know it. And number two, how can we meet efficiency be improved? And the last one, I think, you know how to lead an effective meeting in your organization. And I hope so in ISVG family. I think meeting, even in online meeting, is very important for us to communicate. Without meeting, we don't know what is ISVG goal. What is the role of every member as we decide the structure of our group? So I would like our group, we have meeting more often. I suggest that once a month for our member to have the meeting. But the best way for us, after we have the online course, we need to take at least 30 minutes to talk about ISVG, except from the knowledge or information from the keynote speaker. So I would like to set for our online course 1 hour or 1 hour and 15 minutes. And after that, maybe 30 minutes or 40 minutes, discuss about how ISVG is running now. This is the best way for us. I think we need to have the meeting more. So the three main idea that I get from Brother Jehan is very good for our member. I feel that today we have not much members to join. We have just only 28. So maybe some members they have the lack of this knowledge. They miss the good choice, the good chance for them. And I hope, and finally, I hope all of you, our members, you need to understand our group. We are just settling down. The tech is just 1 year and a half. We are not in the same area. I am in Thailand, in Asia, but Dikpan in Canada, we are different 12 hours. So we maybe misunderstand something. We maybe have conflict in anything in our group. So I think if we have more effective meeting, it will help our group go forward more strong and strong. Without meeting, we cannot understand what happened. The member didn't understand what happened in the group. they should know what is going on in our group. So meeting is very important for ISVG and for all organization. So thank you very much, all of you today. Come and join us. We will provide certificate for you. The person who will create certificates is Brother Orhan. He worked very hard. So I'm apologize for our member who don't get certificates last time. This is because somebody or some member who joined, you don't provide your real name. You don't provide your real name for us. And very important is your email address, because I use email address to contact you. I will send the certificate of the Brother Orhan, make it already, sent to you by email. So today, please send your full name. You maybe fill in the Google form that Teacher Breeze provide for you, or you maybe write in chat box in Zoom room. You can write there. Please write your title, Mr., Mrs., Miss, or Doctor in it also. So it will make me clearly when I send the information to Brother Orhan. And the next course, we will have the course from our brother also. And I will inform you, I will announce to our member to join again. I'm sorry today I cannot indicate the real date for you. It is during the preparing the schedule for next online course. And I would like you here, if you have any knowledge that you can share to our member, I would like you to conduct online course. No matter you don't finish doctoral degree, master degree, because I believe you have your own knowledge inside you that is so valuable for our member. So please please share your knowledge, your skill in your career to us. This is how we can learn together. The motto of ISVG, learn together, learn for scouting. So I would like you to conduct, you create your online course and share to our member. If you notice, our friends had posts on Facebook. We have right now some group, they set down Scout Online University. That is so great. We, ISVG also, we dream of this. We dream of, we will have an online university in the future. But right now we just start in the first step. If we want to have our dream to come true, you are the one who can help us. I would like, and another one is, I would like you to join this very often. Once a month, we come and meet. After we have the online course, we will have some discuss about ISVG. What is it going on? What does the central manager doing now? And we need to report you how many members are right now, how many members in big group, in Facebook group, that we need to inform you. And the last one, very important, as I am a school director, I will retire from work next September. We are Scout and we are come from come from the whole world. We are so different in culture, in language. But I think even we are different, but we can be the one. I would like our ISVG member is one. So I feel sad when we have some Thai scout leader from some country or some area. They have an argument. In my opinion, scout should not have this harmony, the bad harmony, that the bad environment or the bad atmosphere, not good. So I would like you all understand. We are from a different country. We need to understand. We need to patient, and we need to give and get. We need to patient when we feel something. We feel with something. Sometimes you need to patient. Listen. In my manner when I work at school, I have many teachers, I have many students, I have many parents concerned to me. The best way is listen and repeat every time when you want to speak, you want to post, you want to communicate. Please be considerate. If you do this, I think our group will be in harmony and we will happy to be the ISVG members. I'm sorry to talk this, to say this with you, maybe not concerned with this group, but as I am the General Secretary, it's my duty to make our member clear for ISVG aims, ISVG goals, and I would like all members in every level, central member, region member, or country commissioner in every structure. You need to understand. You need to think we are the one. We don't separate, but we know if somebody have authority to do something, there will be that the way we empower them. In my opinion, the best way for ISVG is to empower the country commissioner and region commissioner. And I think in the future, we will have the real event together. Like in September, Brother Orhan in Turkey, in his country, there will be jamboree from Turkey, and I would like our member to join, but they have limits something about the participant to join. You have to pay yourself for something, and Brother Orhan they can support something, but I don't know what they can support that. That is the main goal of us, to meet in real person. Right now, we just meet only online, but someday I hope we can meet in real person. And that time, we will have the opening ceremony of ISVG. So I would like to communicate to you. I'm sorry if something maybe make you uncomfortable. And thank you very much for you all join us today. And we will see again on next month from our brother who is a member of ISVG. Thank you very much. It's late for you. So I would like to close the online course our ISVG family now. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night,
Thank you.
madam,
Good night.
and
Bye.
also all of you, sir.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, before we leave, may I take a few photos before you guys leaving tonight? Okay, I say tonight because in Thailand it's almost, it's almost 11 o'clock in the evening. So everybody, okay, turn on your camera and I will count 1, 2, 3.
Three finger, please. Three finger.
Okay, all right.
Three finger.
Okay, one more picture with 3 fingers. 1, 2, 3. Smile. Thank you very much for joining us today. So, and let's see in the next online course from ISVG. So, have a good day, everyone. Goodbye.
I have a little bit, sorry, I have a little bit more. I would like to share the name list. I would like to share the name list of this. So please, Brother Sayo, I'm not sure what is your full name. Please give me your full name in chat box. And Lakshmi, Miss Lakshmi, I don't know your title. So please write your name, your full name in chat box. And Brother Sanu, last time you joined us, but I don't have your email address, so I cannot send the certificate for you. So please provide me your email address. And Natty, I don't know who are you. Please write your name to me. You use the nickname in your profile on Zoom. Natty, I don't know what's your name. Please write to me.
Ma'am, I have no one certificate.
Sorry, we have to wait. We have to wait
Sabina Yasmin Shikdar.
Yeah, I have send your name to Brother Orhan to edit new for you. But
yes,
right
yes.
now,
I write in your messenger, ma'am, and also chat box. Please, please again see you.
Dr. Vinut, the leader, Chief Antonio Frangier, is not in the list, and he put his name on. Antonio Frangier.
What number, brother?
I'm looking into it. Antoine Frangier from Lebanon.
Yes, Chief, it's number 2. I can see
he's
it.
number 2. Yeah.
Number 2, this?
He's number 2. Yeah, correct. We have a leader. He came from Syria, and I sent you a link, and it did not work with the link with him. He was listening all the time, so I don't know what happened. The link, it didn't work with him. So it depends, maybe.
I am 17 in number.
All right.
Ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you.
17 number. Your email number. Serial number 17.
Right?
Sabina Yasmin Shikdar.
This is your.
Yes.
Oh, I am from 18 number.
Who is Natty? Sorry, who is Natty?
I didn't find my name exactly.
Excuse me.
Who is Natty? Sorry.
Hello.
Yeah.
May I ask?
Brother Ajit.
Yes. Today, please share the content present in today's webinar.
Okay.
For my email.
You can watch from here. Sorry, I will show
From
you.
Nepal, and my number is 18.
Yeah.
Hello.
You have my email address also. Could you check?
Maybe you can mail to everybody in this group, perhaps.
Brother, you can watch here. Maybe you can watch here. You can download here. This is the PDF.
Okay.
Can you see this? You can download PDF here. You can download PowerPoint here. And you may watch more from our online course by YouTube here. You can go to International Scout Volunteer Group.
Dr.
Yes.
Vinut, could you share your screen?
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I'm not also in this list. I'm Safia Ahmad from Afghanistan.
You can download from here.
Okay, can you give us the link as well, Doctor?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, everybody, if you would like to download the PDF, the presentation from Mr. Jane Boon today, so you can visit the website of ISVG and you can download ISVG online course over there.
Hello.
I will put the link on ISVG family, okay?
Okay.
Hello.
Can you give us in the chat box right now? Maybe we
Hello.
can download and we can share.
Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Hi, ma'am. I can't see my name. I am Vijayasrist from USA. Vijayasrist from USA, America.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
I am also
Yes.
not in this list. I'm Safia Ahmad from Afghanistan. Unfortunately, in this all meeting, I'm present, but unfortunately, I didn't find any certificate. Just the first meeting I get it, but no more.
What's your name? Sorry, madam.
My name is Vijayasrist from USA. I attended the meeting last month also, but I can't find my certificate. I can't
Sister
get.
Yasmin, that I told you, I have sent your name, your correct name to Brother Ohan. He have to edit for you last time. I sent to you, but I sorry, I write the wrong name. Then
Yes.
I sent to Brother Ohan to make it again for you. But that I said right now, Brother Ohan is very busy. He did a little bit time. Please wait a bit. I will send to you soon.
Okay. Okay. Should I send my name and address again? Or
Yes,
no?
yes.
Because I have already registered.
Sorry, what's your name again, Sida?
My name is Vijayasrist. Bijaya. Vijaya.
Vijaya.
Vijaya. Bijaya. Vijaya. Shrestha. Vijayasrist.
Would you please write in the chat box for me?
Chat box.
Can you write in the chat box?
Okay, I will send you later. Okay. Hello.
Okay, you send to me. You send the message to me later. Okay, Sita.
Okay.
Sorry for.
Okay. Because I didn't. I have not get the certificate last month, and in December also. Yes.
Another way is, by the way, you can check from your email. You please check at your email again.
Okay. I'll check
your email and let me know if you don't have it. Don't get it.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Where should I send now? In your in this ISVG family? Yes.
Good night.
Good night. Have a good day. Here is morning, and so that's why I say have a good day, everyone. Thank you so much.
Okay, good night, good night. Have a good time for all,
Okay.
Because I asked from Dr. to, I am not also on this list. Just the last meeting I lost, and also the old meeting I joined, and also I didn't get any certificate. Just the first one that I take it, no more. I don't know what's wrong. That's okay. I will send you message and also the all information about that meeting to Janet. Thank you very much. Thank you. Good night for everyone.
Okay, I'm sorry for that, Sophie. I will edit it. I will edit it and make it for you.
Okay, doctor. Okay, doctor. I will message for you about that. Okay. Have a good time now.
Difficult. It's you.
Sophie, you take care yourself. How about you?
What, doctor?
How about you there?
Hello.
I was at all meeting, I think. Just in January meetings, I'm not present, but the all 4 meeting I was present and also take the all meetings complete. I don't know what's wrong. The first one I take the first meeting, the certificate no more. I think.
Okay.
Okay, I will send you message with all information about that.
Hello, everyone. Good evening.
Good
And
evening.
good night.
Bye, brother.
Okay.
Atit.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Hello, everyone. Goodbye, good night, good morning.
Hi, good night from Thailand.
Hi, from Nepal, Kathmandu.
Okay, ma'am. Good night. All of you, thank you. Good night. Again, see you later.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not sure who are these. I don't know. Is a Arabic language. Who have the Arabic language? I don't know. น้องเมย์
ค่ะท่านดอกเตอร
น้องเมย์เป็นไงบ้าง
ค่ะ ไม่อยู่สระบุรีค่ะไม่ก็เลยไม่สะดวกเปิดไม่มีไม่ค่ะพอดีมาต่างจังหวัด
อันนี้อยู่ที่พักหรือโรงแรมเหรอ
ค่ะใช่ค่ะ
ไปทำอะไรกันนะพักผ่อนหรือว่าไปทำงาน
ก็มีพักผ่อนค่ะ แล้วก็มีเรื่องงานด้วยค่ะ
เหนื่อยกันนะ
คอร์สเตรียมคอร์สเปิดหลักสูตรผู้นำค่ะท่านผอ.
เดี๋ยวเราว่างๆเราก็คุยกันสักหน่อยนะทีมไทยแลนด์น้องฮะ
ค่ะค่ะ
ก็เดี๋ยวเอารายชื่อแล้วก็รบกวนว่าให้เปลี่ยนโปรไฟล์หน้าปกอะเป็นภาษาอังกฤษ ทุกคนเปลี่ยนโปรไฟล์คือชื่อให้ขอให้เป็นภาษาอังกฤษ ชื่อภาษาไทยด้วยภาษาอังกฤษด้วยก็ได้
ไม่เปลี่ยนแล้วนะคะทำไมมันไม่ขึ้นก็ไม่ทราบค่ะท่านผอ.ค่ะ
เดี๋ยววันหลังอาจจะเดี๋ยวพี่ค่อยแนะให้ว่าจะเปลี่ยนยังไง
ค่ะ
หรือบางทีมันอาจจะไม่ยอมให้เราเปลี่ยนชื่อ Sister Bajaya Shetha, okay, I know you now. Sister Bajaya.
Shidyo. Okay, finished. Finished now?
Yes.
Okay. Leave.
Brother Bajaya. Sister Bajaya Shetha.
Salagase from South Africa.
Good night from Thailand.
Good night.
Good night from South Africa.
Sister Bajaya, I got your name right now. I got your name and your email address already. And so please check in your email again. Brother Dikpan, are you there?
Hello, Binu.
Yeah, I'm here, brother.
Yes. I just heard your sound. I am in the kitchen. I have not finished my breakfast also. It's already 11:30. I'm hungry. That's why I'm making heat my milk. Oh, it's burning. 1 second.
What happened?
Yes, Vinu.
Yeah.
Vinu.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm drinking milk. After milk, I have to eat my breakfast. I'm preparing. Now you ask me. I think you can ask. Now you and me. Nobody's there. Yeah, you and me. Yeah. Okay, ask me, please.
I have seen Brother Orhan a short time, but I don't know where is he now. I would like him come and maybe we have a talk a little bit with you and me.
Yeah, you can call. You can call. Please call Orhan.
I don't know where is he. He is not online now.
Actually, he's not online. Yeah, usually I don't see he's online. You have to request and he will come.
Yeah.
Not like you see mine is online. I see you are in online. He's always offline. You have to.